Be good. Be very good.
I am trying to be very good, but I don't know if it works to be very good. Sometimes I'm not very good. Sometimes I'm okay. And that's okay because we can be okay, but sometimes we're just not okay. Am I right? I got well, I was going to say it. I was going to say it. I'm not going to say it. Hold on a second. Get off the screen for a second. I was going to say we got Dr. Johnson on the show, but she's not yet a doctor, but it just sounds good, right? Just tell her it sounds good. Dr. Johnson, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
You might have
Thank
to
you.
become a doctor. It's just ingrained in my brain now.
I don't know. We'll see.
Let's see. Let's see. So, I want to talk about your book, Healing in His Wings, How I Am Making It Through. Sometimes we all have to make it through before we can make it.
Mhm.
But how did and when did this become a priority for you to actually write this book?
Well, initially, this is an extended version of my first book, Strength
Mm,
to Speak. One woman struggled to make peace with her past.
mm,
And um, the first publisher, they kind of went out of business. They had some trouble. So a friend of mine was telling me that I had to try to kind of keep it alive. So I
wow.
decided to do an extension of it.
Mhm,
And that's how it came about. Then I had to figure out, well, what should the title be,
mhm.
And so
Yeah.
since I was learning how to cope with anxiety and heal from it, it seemed like that I still was struggling with the anxiety. And so that's how it came about, how I am making it through.
Wow. I have to ask you. You said the first book was kind of like the beginning of the journey for you, if I'm not
Yes.
mistaken. What was that like for you? I mean, that journey, and then to go through the healing process, because I mean, you have to come from somewhere to get to healing. Am I correct? What was that like? And did you, like you said, you were kind of still healing, or was it there's still on the process of being on that journey, even though you were in the middle of it all?
Yeah. You said, how was the journey? Was
Yeah,
that the
yeah, yeah,
question?
like, how was it, from that first book till this second book, there had to be kinda like a moment where you said you had, "Okay, I'm done with that, and now we have to get to this."
Right. Well, first of all, I had an encounter with God and he told me to write the first book.
Mm.
And I was terrified because it was like me truly, speaking of my past, the secret that I had held in, being molested by a female cousin, how to tell the story and how to discuss how I guess it impacted me with just being nervous from a child to probably my early 40s, probably. And
Mm.
it was really hard. It was really hard. But then as I um, continued to share my story with family and strangers, and even writing the book was a process of the healing, and it got better, a little bit better by better, bit by
Mhm.
bit. And it's also getting counseling through it all, and also. Developing my relationship with God made it better. So once I was finished with the first book, I was like, "Ooh, I don't have to talk about this anymore." But then when the publisher, went out of business, then it was
Oh,
like,
no.
then when that the second portion came, it was like, "Oh, you should write an extended version." It's like, "Oh, I don't want to, and I don't know what to." Truly, I was like, I don't know what, how should I extend it,
Mhm.
But I think, as time goes on, we get better, we mature, with time.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, we
as of
do.
right now, I'm so much better. Thank God.
I hope we do. I
Yeah.
pray we do, because sometimes we don't. Sometimes we have to regress to progress, and people don't realize that there's 3 steps back and 2 steps forward, and then there's 3 steps back. So you're only going back one, but it just feels like it's so much sometimes, you
Yeah.
know? And with this book, Healing, I love the title of this book, Extended Versions of Strength to Speak, Healing in His Wings, How I Am Making It Through. Licia, I was I was thinking about that. How am I making it through? Healing in his wings. Tell me about this. How did you make this through?
Well, with the first book, I was going to different book fairs, or I was there selling my book, promoting my book, and a lot of people that could relate to my story,
Mhm.
they would ask me, "So, how are you? Are you better?" And I would always say, "Yeah, I'm so much better." But then when I would think about it, I said, "You know what? I don't think I'm that much better. I don't know how I'm making it through as best as I can."
Mm.
But as I share in the beginning of the story, it's like I felt like that I talked to God about everything that I'm going through. So why do I still find myself stumbling across worrying, having fears and multiple thoughts and having all these anxiety attacks? But through it all, going through therapy earlier on, and then even going through therapy like in the last year, it
Mhm.
has helped me, and I'm learning how to, I guess, combat the thoughts, prayer, worship and exercise, just a little bit of
Mhm.
everything to try to take my mind off of that, focus on the Bible, focus on scriptures,
Right.
read scriptures that can just take my mind off of the crazy thoughts that I'm thinking, worrying about what has not happened yet. So
Yeah, that's a preoccupation that's actually a waste of time sometimes because it never
yeah.
does happen. It never happens. It's like so you mentioned that you're struggling with your emotions or you were and anxieties, and that is despite faith, okay? Because everybody has something that they struggle with. I mean, whether you have great faith or not, it's still something. How did you navigate that tension on your daily life and into your writing? Because I know that you were mentioning that you had to deal with it, but how did you deal with it when you were writing? Because I feel like, to me, that maybe that was a source of release for you?
Yeah. Yeah, it was a source of release because I found myself, I don't know, I felt like God was probably even taking me back to the moment that it happened. And that was just helping me, I guess, to write a clearer picture and just, precisely remembering basically what happened. So it was kind of scary because I just felt like, ooh, once this book comes out,
Mhm.
people are going to be mad at me. They're going to be looking at me crazy. But none of that happened. So
Mm.
it all worked out. The writing,
Wow.
telling my story, sharing it with my mom was a release, and
Mhm.
sharing it with a therapist and other friends, and then just writing the book and knowing that I'm not the only one who's gone through it. It's been many others who have gone through it, but it's the enemy that tell you keep it a secret, and that's when you end up suffering in
Yeah.
silence.
Yeah. I mean, so in your experience, why do you think emotions and anxiety can be so challenging when you feel like as if you are spiritually grounded?
I don't know. I think, and I guess I can relate to this to recently having like a trigger to having anxiety when
Mm.
my mom got sick. I guess in the moment things are happening so fast, like my mom got really sick and uh it was just shocking because she was making it seem like, oh my gosh, maybe she's gonna die really soon. And
Mm.
it was just a lot trying to be there for her, get the support. Me and my brothers, we work. So we were trying to figure out how she could have the support so she could be comfortable. And I think by her being at home by herself, she was fearful. And I think she just had this, even though she's a woman of God, she had this fear in her mind of I'm gonna die and I don't know if I'm ready to die. And I
Mm.
think just the rapid thoughts, I guess it would just take over me. And it's just the process of learning how to uh, try to have some peace and I guess talk back to those thoughts like, no, everything's going to be all right. Your mom is here, have a talk with God about it
Mhm.
and just try to slow those crazy thoughts down.
Tell me about it. Tell me
Yeah.
about it. I think that a lot of people don't realize that, everybody goes through something similar and we're not all that unique when it comes to like the emotional roller coaster that we can go on every day. Your book, Okay, and we were talking about that, and I absolutely love the title. Like I said, I love the title of the book, but I love the concept of the book, "Healing in His Wings: How I Am Making It Through." When we think about that, when we think about the title, when we think about that, how does your book help others as much as it's helped you to get through these things, to get through the trauma, to get through and to heal and to get to the other side?
Well, I think first off, a lot of people don't even want to admit to themselves that something they experienced some trauma in their past. So
Mhm.
first they have to at least admit it, that it happened. And then once they admit it, they need to release it and share it with someone that they trust. And then once they share it with someone that they trust, they can move on to maybe seeing a therapist or a counselor who can help them go through it, to talk about it, to release
Mhm.
some things. And then the most important part for me is my relationship with God. He's the creator of all. He's everywhere all at the same time, and he knows about what happened to me.
Mhm.
Um, so that makes it even better because he knows what I went through, and he wants me to get over the stumbling blocks. He wants me to be successful. He's already seeing what's going to happen in the future, so to just continue to move on
Yeah.
and get better.
Yeah, I get you. And that's a good thing. That's a good thing. How do you hope your unique voice and stories impact readers who might be going through their own struggles with their faith and emotions at this time?
My unique voice. That
Yeah,
can help.
because you have see, I told you you gotta be a doctor. It's just in the cards. Unique voice, doctor, same thing, doctor, unique voice. I'm gonna shut up.
Um, I guess you can say I just try to make my writing concise and straight to the point, and maybe even uh, at the right time, maybe add a little humor, maybe. Um, I don't know.
It's kinda cool because a lot of people think that everybody has it all together, especially authors. You have to have it together, you have to be like, you're the boss. Mhm.
Mm-mm.
But sometimes we don't
I'm
have it.
still learning.
Sometimes we're still going through. Yeah, so look at the title of the book, y'all. Look at the title. Going through. Still kinda going through how I'm making it through. Making it, like, currently making it through.
Yeah, currently, because things have.
Currently. Yeah, and I think, a lot of people need to, pick up these books and help them make it through too, because sometimes we get stuck, and I don't like getting stuck. And I hope that this book will help people make it through just like it's making your way through at this moment in time. Do you think there's gonna be a 3rd book?
As of right now, no. I took a break and I decided to write about uh, me losing my hair, but putting it in a children's form of a book.
Mhm.
Um, so I don't know. It depends on what the story might be about that'll cause me to be like, yeah, I'm ready to write this story.
I
So
got you.
we'll
I
see.
got you. Well, everybody, I don't know. I mean, I've had my hair cut. I've had my hair like this short, like yours. And then some guy taps me on my shoulder, says, "Hey, excuse me, sir." I turned around like, "Sir?"
I get that all the time. It's like I have
Isn't
to
that
put on
terrible?
makeup and big
I
earrings.
mean, do me a favor and just kinda turn me around first before you say "sir."
Right.
Because yeah, "sir" does not cut it.
Mhm.
But yeah, I hope that people see your beautiful face and say, "That's not a sir, that's a her."
Exactly.
Thank you so much for being on the show. Is there anything we missed today?
No, you covered everything.
Awesome. And I hope that we've covered it for you as well. And I want you guys to go ahead and check out this book, extended version of Strength to Speak, Healing in His Wings, How I Am Making It Through by Licia Johnson, Doctor. Yeah, yeah, I'm speaking it into existence because it's
Right.
every time I want to say your name is Licia Doctor. I want to say doctor. I want to say doctor. And who knows, you might be making it through just for your dissertation. I have no idea. I have
Mhm.
no idea.
I
Who
don't.
knows? Who knows? But I want to thank you so much for being on the show, and I
Thank
hope
you.
that we do get a 3rd volume. because you're making it through. And I know that you have more to offer. And you're an amazing person because you're going to be a doctor. And so we're going to just leave that
Thank
there.
you.
Thank you
Thank
guys
you.
so much for
Appreciate
tuning
it.
in. Oh, you too. Don't forget to dare to be different, but most of all, don't forget to go check that book out. We're going to put the link in the description so it'll be easy for you to find it and go and check that out. If you're making it through and you need some help and you need to be in conjunction with someone else who's making it through, this is the perfect time to go ahead and pick up that book for yourself. And if you know someone who's trying to make it through and hasn't made it through yet, kind of stuck, this book is for them as well. I want to thank you guys so much for tuning in. Don't forget to dare to be different. And until next time, guys, bye. Thank you for watching.